All right, good morning and welcome to another special edition of Sports Flash on ABS TV. Of course, I'm still your sports machine, Anthony Onyakachukwugochukwu is my name. I'm standing in for Ike Nwokede, who is unavoidably absent in today's edition, trying to make ends meet with the sports coverage and everything that he has to, give you in the world of sports. I'm talking about the Sports Flash on ABS TV this week. Of course, Ike Nwokede will soon join you with other sports reports that he has at hand as he departs. Of course, today we're going to talk about many things that happen in the world of sports at 360. It depends on the one you are good at, the one you specialize in doing, because I know that I love football, you love cycling, and you love table tennis and everything you love in football. But I love football most, and that's why I talk more of football, the thing that gives me joy. Of course, let's take our story from the local scene, and from the local scene we are talking about the Umunachi community Dunukonfia, who held his testimonial and ceremonial march recently. Of course, the Umunachi community of Dunukonfia local government of Anambra State on Wednesday 25th September 2024 played a testimonial march for the departed legendary football administrator. I'm talking about Mr. Sreo Chukwuemeka Okalia. The testimonial march were played at the field of Igwebike Migrant School Umunachi between Nachi Warriors and Nachi All Stars, empowered by All Stars Umunachi, which was to honor and pay a tribute to the late Mr. C.Y. Okalia for his immense contributions to sports development in the community by the instrumentality of football. Likewise, the encounter, which ended in a score draw, hitherto had a ceremonial kickoff performed by the captain of the All Stars, Mr. Luke Ezobi, with prayers and a minute silence proceedings led by Dr. Chibikem Amuchazi. Of course, in their separate reactions by the illustrious sons and daughters of the community, Chief Onochie Okabwe described the late Okalia as a big motivator in the community, not just in sports, but in administration. Chief Okabwe disclosed that his first involvement in sports was back in year 2000, which is because of the late C.Y. Okalia. On his part, a scholar and legal luminary, Dr. Chibikem Amuchazi, stated that the quantum of impact of the late C.Y. Okalia is a crucial one. Dr. Amuchazi informed that late Okalia meant a whole lot to the community, as he was into governance and contributed intellectually and financially in many ways towards the growth of the community. In his remarks, Honorable Emeka Odiono affirmed that the late C.Y. Okalia's contributions to football development in the community cannot be overemphasized. Odiono revealed that the late Okalia played the game starting with a stint at Niger Tornadoes and was instrumental in coordinating and organizing football programs in Umunachi community and the Dunukonfia local government area. He informed that the late Okalia's biggest achievement for the community was raising a team that won the Governor Willie Obiano's Cup for the 177 communities in this Anambra State. And from it, Honorable Engineer Emeka Okonkwo County Complete MDCO Atma, who called in to offer his support during the testimonial march, also re-echoed the views of others by appraising the good works of the late Okalia. Engineer Okonkwo stated that Okalia will be missed for his ideas, and likewise, for not only his ideas, vision, and commitment towards the success of Umunachi County Cup, Dunukonfia County Cup, and January 3rd County-sponsored All-Stars matches, while also praying God to accept the soul of C.Y. Okalia. Others who led their voices to the tribute were the chairman of the Dunukonfia Football Association and All-Stars captain. I'm talking about Engineer Okeke, Chief Amechi Okeke, Mr. Luke Ezobi, Ikechukwu Orebunam, and Mr. Daniel Ezobi, and many others. This testimonial march also offered a platform for various financial contributions towards the funeral of the late sensational football administrator. That's what happened recently in Umunachi Dunukonfia. Of course, that's a tremendous one. I will join the voice of my fellow fans all over to say, may it so rest in perfect peace. Amen. All right, moving away from that, we are moving over to NNL Solution FC, drawn in Group A for upcoming 2024-2025 season. When we are talking about Solution FC, we are talking about Solution Football Club, which embarked in playing in the Nigerian National League this season. Solution FC, they are being drawn in Group A for the upcoming 2024-2025 season. And I tell you that Solution FC of Anambra State has been drawn in the Group A of the Southern Conference for the upcoming 2024-2025 Nigerian National League season, scheduled to kick off on Saturday. And that's 30th November 2024. Okay, man, I'm alive. The Anambra club were seeded as Team 64 in Group A and will play against 8 other clubs such as Sporting Lagos, 1472 FC of Lagos, Warri Wolves of Delta State, Osun United, Madiba FC of Lagos, Dakada FC of Akwa Ibom, and we have also Kon Khalifa FC of Owerri, Imo State, and Gateway FC of Abeokuta. And likewise, according to the draws made on Saturday, 28th November 2024, during the annual general meeting AGM of the NNL, held at the Executive Nest Hotel and Suites in Bauchi State, Solution FC will kick off their quest for glory with the first match on the road away to Lagos-based Madiba FC. That's their first outing. And likewise, in other pairings, Group B in the Southern Conference will feature Inter Lagos FC, First Bank FC of Lagos, Rovers FC of Cross River, Joel United of Osun, Smart City FC of Lagos, Idao FC of Anambra, Akpabio FC of Akwa Ibom, Abia Comets, and Beyond Limits of Ogun. And in Group C, we have, in the Group C, the Northern Conference, we feature KB United, Doma United of Gombe, Co City FC of Enugu, Crown FC of Obomosho, Kada Warriors FC of Kaduna, Sporting Spring FC of Abuja, and we have Imales FC, Basira Lafia FC, and Yobe Desert Stars, Y Group D. Also in the Northern Conference, we feature Sokoto United, Gombe United, Ijele FC of Enugu, Mighty Jets FC of Jos, Adamawa United FC, Milantaki Kia FC, and we have Baru FC of Kano, Zamfara United, and Wicked Tourist FC, and that is Bauchi. We're talking about Bauchi when I mention Wicked Tourist. How all these clubs will, slug it out in that Northern Conference. NNL, when I'm talking about NNL, I mean Nigerian National League of this season. So you have to enjoy yourself by watching those matches. Of course, I pray for Solution FC because this is going to be a darkest drum in any club that they are going to meet. This is not because we know exactly what it means to meet your fellow clubs. First time, first deal. That's what we are doing. But right now, let's take over to see what Vice Chairman of NNL said. I'm talking about Honorable Milan Taki calls on the new NNL club owners executives to help remodel the league. This is exactly the words of NNL Vice Chairman. I'm talking about Honorable Milan Taki. He calls on the Vice Chairman of the Nigerian National League, NNL, Honorable Kamsu Ahmed Melantaki, has called on the new executives of the NNL Club Owners Association to help in marketing the second tier of Nigerian club football. Addressing the new executives after the election, the proprietor of the Melantaki KFC congratulated the new executives on their successful elections, and he stated that the voting process that brought them in is a testament to the confidence that is reposed in them. And likewise, Nigerian National League NNL club owners had on Friday, 27th September 2024, elected new executives for the 2024-2025 football section on the eve of the 2024 annual general meeting, which saw veteran sports journalist and chairman of Sporting Lagos FC, Godwin Nakena, elected as the chairman of NNL Club Owners Association. Likewise, the proprietor of Melantaki Kia Football Club urged them to see the position as an opportunity to market the league, fondly regarded as the most important league. He urged the other members of the Club Owners Association to give the new executives all the necessary support to make their work seamless and take the league to the next level. To whom much is given, much is being expected. This is exactly the words of Melantaki, the vice chairman of NNL. Right now, he said that the election saw Wiki Tourist General Manager Engineer Mohammed Awalu Gota and sporting director of Madiba FC, Fatai Olayinka, elected as the Vice Chairman 1 and the Vice Chairman 2 for the Northern and the Southern zones, respectively. Melantaki KFC General Secretary, I'm talking about Adamu Osman Ahmed, won the position of the General Secretary, while the General Manager of the International Lagos FC, I'm talking about Football Club Lagos FC, Ikechukwu Gabriel Adigwe, will serve as the Assistant Secretary. The position of Treasurer went to the General Manager of Yobe Desert Stars, Honorable Mohammed Akali Akama. General Coordinator 1 position went to the GM of Owerri-based Con Khalifa FC, Chief Charles Nnamdi. Likewise, General Coordinator the second General Coordinator position is to be held by the Chairman of KB United, that is Mansu Bawa, and Father Denix, Coordinator of Kada Warriors, will serve as the Welfare Officer, while Labiru Garuba of Gombe United will serve as the Public Relations Officer, PRO. All right, let's move over to Nigerian Football League. I'm talking about Eguavon, who was recently confirmed, for Super Eagles. NFF confirms Eguavon for Super Eagles is going to take on that. I'm talking about the team. Is going to, train them very well, because I know that right now they are getting prepared for the World Cup qualifying match. They are going to play against Libya and other countries. But the question is whether Super Eagles are fit enough to play that wonderful tournament. I'm going to tell you one thing that is very certain. Eguavo is the man that has come to stay. So let's talk good about him and let him start the job. From what he has been doing so far, we'll have the we have the confidence that he's going to put something different there, because whatever is being expected in any football club is change. Change. When I'm talking about change, I'm talking about change for performance, performing best in order to gain something from for Nigeria's Super Eagles. I'm talking about the country, making the country proud. That's what we expect from them. So Eguavo is the man fit for the job. I don't know whether you have the same idea, you have the same supporting. Whether you have the same confidence on Eguavo. But I believe that according to the report I have here, Nigerian Football Federation has approved the recommendation of its Technical and Development Subcommittee for the Federation Technical Director, Coach Augustine Eguavo, to continue in his role as the head coach of the Super Eagles and lead the team in its 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifying matches against Libya. That's going to be next month. And likewise, the 58-year-old in temporary charge of the squad, he had led 3 times, previously led the 3-time African champions to a 3-0 defeat of Benin Republic and scoreless draw with Rwanda in match days 1 and 2 earlier this month. You can tell me something about Eguavon and the current technical crew that also includes Fidelis Ilechukwu, Daniel Ogumodede, Olatunji Barowa, and Thomas Zorek will also take charge of the Super Eagles B team. They will take care in charge of Super Eagles B team for the qualifying campaign for the next year's African Nations Championship, otherwise known as CHAN. With the departure of Randy Waldrum, the Executive Committee also approved the recommendation of the Technical and Development Subcommittee for Coach Justin Madugu to lead the remaining technical crew and take charge of the senior women national team Super Falcons, pending the appointment of a substantive head coach. The Super Falcons' next big engagement is the Women African Cup of Nations finals taking place in Morocco, and that will be in the summer of next year. All right. And away from that, let me bring to you another wonderful report we have about Zamalek, who claimed a Super Cup on penalties. Zamalek defeated rivals Al Ali on penalties to claim the 2024 CAF Super Cup with its showpiece match played at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Friday evening. This was the 33rd Super Cup a one-off match pitting the Champions League winners against the Confederation Cup winners. First played in 1993 when African Sports of Ivory Coast defeated Morocco's Wydad Casablanca, and that Super Cup is a highlight of the African club competition calendar. Was this triumph? Is the triumph. And with this triumph, Zamalek have won a fifth CAF Super Cup title and a first season 2020 and a first since 2020. This is also a record-extending 13th Super Cup win for a club from Egypt. The match ended 1-1 draw after regulation time, with Wessam Aboud Ali putting Ali ahead in the 44th minute, but Nasri Mansour leveled it with just less than a quarter hour remaining to send the game to sport kicks. The Red Eagles lost their nerve in the shootout, missing 2 kicks, while the White Knights finished all 4 of theirs to claim a 4-3 triumph. And Ali will also be in action as African representatives in the first FIFA Intercontinental Cup. That's the new version of the old Club World Cup, when they face UHEI. I'm talking about Al Ain in Cairo. That will be on 29th October. Believe you me that before then, both the Red Eagles and the White Knights will keep a close eye on the draws for the group stage of the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup, respectively, set to be held on Monday. And that will be on Monday, 7th October. I think I will take a short break here, and when I come back, I will go over to the award ceremony that's been held recently. I'm talking about the Best Goalkeeper Award nomination, Shoreel Williams. So when we come back from this short break here, I'm going to go over to the transfer and the award segment. You and welcome back to the show. It's still Sports Flash on ABS TV, and right now we are moving over to the awards segment where we confirm the news about the Best Goalkeeper Award nomination, Shoreel Williams. During the stellar 12 months of the domestic and international football, South Africa captain Ronwen Williams has been winning awards with regularity. I'm telling you because this man has been keeping the ball rolling. But his latest nomination left him numb, and numb is keeping him. He left him numb with disbelief. The Mamelodi Sundowns stopper has been shortlisted for the Yashin Trophy, which recognizes the world best goalkeepers as part of annual Ballon d'Or ceremony. The 32-year-old is the first African-based player to be nominated for the trophy, named after former Soviet Union legend Lev Yashin, given that South Africa's men's teams has largely underachieved on the international stage over the past 2 decades. Williams hopes his recognition will provide motivation for his compatriots. That's a welcome development. Williams' place on the shortlist came on the back of him spearheading Bafana's third place finish at the 2024 African Cup of Nations AFCON in Ivory Coast. Former national team captain Lucas Radebe, who spent a decade playing in the English Premier League for Leeds United, believes the landmark can change the mindset of South African footballers. Williams has had another month to wait to find out whether he would take home the trophy on 28th October in Paris. Should he triumph? This is a question. Should he triumph? He would become the first African to win the Yashin Trophy since it was first awarded in 2019. However, he faces stiff competition from the likes of Argentina's Emiliano Martinez and Spain's Unai Simon, who both helped their countries to continental titles this year. Away from that, let's move over to NYC event. I'm talking about Thomas. Thomas has been proving his mettle since all this competition right now. And you see, Thomas, he he has been doing so. She has been doing so great when it comes to winning awards. And we have it that Thomas beaten by Brown at the lucrative Atlas NYC event, and that was a change of direction. And I don't know how she feels about it, but I know that is kind of. One thing in any sporting event is that you have to get prepared and take whatever it takes to, stand your ground. But the thing is that whenever you are being defeated, you have to accept it in good faith that this is exactly the God of soccer or the God of sporting events. Just accept it that way without getting yourself into a mess. American Olympic 200 meters champion, I'm talking about Gabby Thomas, was edged by Brittany Brown. As many of the world's top women track athletes competed for record prizes at the inaugural Atlas NYC. Thomas, winner of 3 goals at Paris 2024, clocked 22:21 seconds, but was beaten by Olympic bronze medalist Brown, who crossed the line in 22:18 seconds. That's just a minor thing to to close the gap. But whenever it comes to this athlete of 18, you don't know exactly the person that's going to be the winner of the day. You have to put in more stride, more effort to see that you cross the line between the stoppage time. And that's what I'm telling you, that Kenyan 1,500 meters world record holder, which is Faith Kipejun, and the Olympic 400 meters champion, I'm talking about Melody Paulino, were among the winners to receive $60,000, equivalent to 44,900 pounds at the women's only track invitational. Alex Ohanian and Reddit co-founder and husband of tennis 23-time Grand Slam singles champion Serena Williams launched the event, which boasts a record of $500,000, equivalent to 374,000 pounds of prize pool, a standard for a women's track meet. The Diamond League, in comparison, offers $15,000, equivalent to 11,200 pounds first prize across its 15 series meetings, rising to $30,000 and the equivalent to 22,400 pounds for the final. 36 athletes competed at the Icon Stadium across the 100 meters, across the 100 meters, 200 meters. We have also 400 meters, 100 meters hurdles, 800 meters, and 1,500 meters with victors. Victors also receiving a crown by New York jeweler Tiffany and Co. All right, let's move over to the world, another world of sporting event, where we bring to you that Jannik Sinner says he's surprised by the World Anti-Doping Agency's appeal against the decision to clear him of blame after he twice tested positive for a banned substance. I don't know how to say this, but when it comes to sporting events, you don't have to cheat your rivals. I mean, when you are taking something that is not necessary, it will absolutely disqualify you from that competition, and that gives enough room for criticism, especially from your fans and the pundits. Likewise, what I said last month ruling by, and he said about this last month's ruling by an independent tribunal to find the Italian world number 1 had no fault or negligence was not correct under the applicable rules. It appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sports, CAS, and said Sinner should be banned for between 1 to 2 years. Oh, that's much. And Sinner was on the court against Roman Safolin in the last 16 of the China Open in Beijing. When Wada's appeal was announced, he beat the Russian 3-6, 6-2, 6-3 to progress to the quarterfinals. So tell me one thing about Sinner. I don't know what to say, but I think he should sit up. That's the only thing I have to say concerning that skipper. Let me move over to controversial Wimbledon expansion plan approved. Of course, Wimbledon's controversial plans to build 9 new tennis courts on protected open land opposite the All England Club has been approved. The All England Club wants to build the courts, including 8,000-seat stadium on Wimbledon Park. And Jules Pipe, the deputy mayor of the London, decided that significant community and economic benefits of the scheme outweigh the harm. Okay, let's look at it very well. Local residents and politicians fighting the proposal are now running out of options, but could still apply for a judicial review. What judicial review are we talking about? Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner has the power to hold a fresh planning hearing, but has made clear in a letter seen by BBC Sport that the application should be determined at a local level. The development will allow Wimbledon qualifying to take place on site in line with the other 3 Grand Slams. According to All England club chair Deborah Jevons, it would prevent championships falling behind other Grand Slams. You know, that's a wonderful one. Of course, when you are trying to build many things, you consider many things at heart. Because I know that whenever we are talking about building, or maybe building any ward, any stadium or something, you have to consider the site you want to build. You know, you have to consider, the structure, whether it's going to affect the residents and a lot of things. So that's all you have to put into consideration before it is being established. That's how we do it. Of course, all these are done in order to improve the sports. Let me give you exactly what actually happened in the Premier League this weekend. Last weekend, I'm talking about last weekend. Brentford, of course, went drew with West Ham United 1-1, and Arsenal finished Leicester City by 4-2. Likewise, Nottingham Forest was defeated by Fulham by 1-0. Everton 2-1 against Crystal Palace, and Chelsea is 4-2 better than Brighton, while Wolverhampton and Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool made sure that match went very well. This is all we have for you in today's edition of Sports Flash. And of course, I urge you to join us in another new edition next week, Monday. And of course, Friday, join Ike Nwokedi, who is going to bring another fresh and special edition of Sports Flash. It's still ABS TV, and still Anthony Onyekachukwu. And I'll tell you, I'm just telling you to just keep on watching, keeping fit. This is all we have for you. For now, bye.